Beautiful. Kettle helm. Stats that kind of go with it. Some really high scaling. 105 because of that. That's awesome. Awesome. Awesome to the max. I like super duper jump. Jump up. Chill. Land on people. Yeah. By me. Sheesh. I died in one hit. I never know what to do when you have the harp and you have 100% lucky, but you attack so slow that even if you had it on hit, you're just like, I'd rather just like be shooting a faster weapon. Never mind, I know what to do. Holy. The only part that's weird about this is if you lose your lucky, you have a dead trait. So we're kind of stuck with this, but I think it's funny that you're like lethaling somebody. Like you're being unreasonably precise with your harp skills. Just cuts them to the core. Traces of a rampaging beast. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. A Tony Rogue. Mr. Tony. Mr. Rogue. Up, Rusty Josh. Ball swell. Was I gonna put down? What's the name of this? It's called something silly. It's like Path of Vengeance. It seems like it would be like an ultimate ability in like a MOBA. Like I'm level 6, I just learned Path of Vengeance. Everybody go top. Oh my god, that's a rampaging beast. It's literally just a floor 1 boss with like less mechanics, but still kind of like it. It's like same, but a little different. A hint of iron in the air. I always wondered if these sentences tell you what you're about to fight. Because I always thought hint of iron in the air was like the little gray goblin looking guys. No, they're Zubats, I guess. Why? Why? Is iron blood? Maybe? Maybe that's what it is? I just assume when you're dealing with like demons, there's some demons aren't they like made of, aren't they like, don't they have like armor? Or I thought it'd be like a goblin or something, because there's like those goblin looking guys, so I thought maybe, you know, I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass. More sound damage? It's always a Rusty Revolver angle. I don't know what I'm gonna do if this guy disappears. That's my boy. Rusty Revolver's my everything. I hope he stays in the game, but instead of, like, because to me this looks like a knife that he's holding. So I want the next version of this to be like melee related. And it's just called like Rusty Knife, and it's just a shrimp with a knife. Shrimple and clean, and by clean I mean he cleans his knife after he stabbed you. It's gonna be an armory. Not. But Meat Shank. Do it for selling. It's just really hard because we need the lucky hit. We did lock ourselves. Ooh. I'm pretty sure this is just better than this weapon, even with Cheap Shot. That is how disgusting Pan Flute is. It's so gross. Want to find out? That is just a floor 12 guy. Huh? Just here. Relax. Yeah, this is a really gross weapon. It shoots 3 attacks versus this one, and it goes more often, and you have vulnerability. And the base damage is higher. Like, what are... Oh, it's because it says crappy. That's why. Oh, whatever. I'm not mad about it. Maybe do a little mix and matching. Yeah, maybe when they get low, you can swap back, you know? Insane. That's a 1500 hit on floor 2. Ooh. Spicy. 30% damage with lethal hits. Oh, I don't know if I've ever worn those. I feel obligated. There needs to be a compendium. It's like, you must... like, I don't know, clear... some number of floors or like finish... because you can't just finish the game with certain gear. It has to be like floors 6 through 12 or something. Using a piece of gear, and then it puts a little check mark in your compendium. That way I can go for my grail, where we take every item to the end of the game. It's Guardian, you gotta use a better weapon here. Dude, stop body blocking. Stop body blocking! I remember in like really old Counter-Strike, I think it was Counter-Strike Condition 0 when they introduced a shield, like a riot shield, and everyone was just like, would always ban it on their servers, and I don't really remember why. I always felt like it was better just to like have a better strategy, but what do I know? So that's what I was thinking. I was like, this guy's body blocking, but I'm like, the strategy is you just kind of like walk in like a little bit around them. Those are dogs. They're just ignoring me. It makes them more menacing. They have the mechanics of the golems combined with ghosts, I think? No, it's like ghost AI, where they just like dash across the room and then go back to just fucking off. You probably have to blow one of these up, huh? Delicious. You just want to have one dice for... Oh, tavern. La tavern. We're back. I'm blowing all my money there. I should be able to choose how much I gamble per roll. I want to do 15 at a time. No, screw it, 37. Eh. If we don't like this item, you can always sell it for 9. What sucks is I do like this set. 100% taunt, and you inflict taunt everyone passively. Oh, that's so good. And you're a clown. Clowns are cool, right? I think. Not gonna have enough for all our beers. Unless you sell one thing. You have 35% of 4 different of crate builds. I know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get better with being like, I see an item and I go, oh my god, I know what I must do. But every time I do that, I just get boned. Oh wait, we need money for the next room. Nah, we can't do anything here. Unless I sell stuff, and I'm not selling stuff. I'm piecing out of here. A sense of fiendish presence head. Pay attention to that. What is a fiendish presence? Is it gonna be those guys with the little imps that look like hazards from a Mario game, where they're just like the spinning firewalls? I don't know. Just taking a shot in the dark. Oh, welcome back, Coral Foil. I just have to go until it pays. Ooh. Feel like it's random? We're about to find out. Just remember the iron related one was Zubats. And then I forgot what this one was. Something fiendish. Oh my god, it's hazards from a Mario game. Fuck off. Step off. I'm convinced it's not random, but also I don't think anyone's ever, like, experimented enough to, like, figure it out. Because there's nothing to gain from the experiment. You don't gain anything. Alright, so we have no buffs. We have minimal thrusting. I do enjoy attack of opportunity. Mostly because we don't know what our build's going to be, so I kind of like attack of opportunity. Also, I got screwed a lot last run, not having ethereal dice when we got really, really bad rolls. Now I'm like extra cautious this run. It's like, oh man, that's kind of useful. Just don't use the ethereal dice. You're gonna get pissed. Oh, I got that dog in me to be pissed right now. See, now I'm at that weird situation where it's like, is it worth it to stop attacking for 2 seconds? Because if you stop attacking for 2 seconds, you give up, you know, 6 attacks. But then if you get times 1.25% more attacks for the next 8 seconds afterwards, does that make up? Probably. It also counts during the cutscenes, that's why I know I was fine. Yeah, we're just playing like every type of music against these guys. You stud. Missing armor. What is the purpose of missing armor? There's like 2 things in the game I can think of that matter for this. It's like Aegis and Defiance. And then I guess if you had Meteor armor and the set ring, because then you would do 30%, no, 60% more magic damage because you do 20% more per armor. I like the amount of heart that thing has, though. That thing is oozing with heart. Even if it doesn't have any, it's still oozing with heart. I'm still down to test these hypotheses, though. We need... Damn, we need some fiendish rooms, man. I want the iron. I want the iron room, and I want the fiendish room. Traces? Okay. Rampaging Beast was Minotaur with 2 axes. Yep. This just has potential to be fun. These don't. I hate using these wands that have like instability or you know, like some hex, I guess. The on-dash sword is so broken. It has so much potential. And by that I mean you just need a bunch of attack speed and you find like the Fane of Knives and you're just going off. I was gonna take this because we're high on intel, good chance we find pocket magic, and then we just gain instability and shock for free, and then like mult and mult just right out of the gate. Like this is a strong contender for to add to my arsenal. Okay. It's all over. Yeah, I know. Okay, hypothesis. Rampaging Beast last time was Minotaur with 2 axes. So it should be that again. It is! Okay. That doesn't prove that it's true because there's probably only, what, like 6 possible outcomes? That could just be a coincidence. We need to have that... We need to pretty much see 3 different things and they're all right. Like the iron one, bats, fiendish, Mario hazards. And then if all of those occur, then yeah, I'm gonna say it's predetermined. Which is kind of cool that Ruby Dev put in effort for something so small. I'm a sucker for details. Like things where there's so little that you wouldn't notice. Like your brain doesn't even recognize if they were or weren't there. I love that kind of stuff. Okay, what's this one? The Air Whispers of Malice. We haven't got that one yet, but we also haven't got witches. Witches. So it could be witches. It's witches. Witches brew. Bruja. Don't kill me. Dude, she's outrunning the sound of music. That's crazy. This is a huge reward, by the way. 1 heart that turns into 2. So far, the vibes are that you get from what is said. It's like right on. It's right on. Swan. Whoa. Does it say 12 months? A full year? The passage of time scares me, because in my head, we haven't been playing this game for very long. And then I think about it, I'm like, oh crap, this game's been played too much. And then I think about it again, I'm like, dude, what? Where's the patch? And then I'm like, just one guy. Isn't there like 1.5 guys making the game now? Yeah, thank you. For a full year's crazy. I just had to go on a tangent because the passage time is scary. Scary. I don't like the orange attacks here are dumbfire, and then the red ones have a little tiny, like an itty bitty amount of homing. Sorry, the big red ones. The little red ones are dumbfire. It's 2 guys. I just never hear much about the second guy, or he's not very like active. Unless he's secretly active, I literally don't know his name. So that's my bad. Yeah, I read that. That's rough. I don't want any of these. I guess this helps in the short term. This just doesn't feel that good. 7% to your damage roll. I guess it helps if you had instability. He's like a contractor. Oh, so he's not really... Yeah. It's not like Ruby Dev has a company and these are the people. It's just like a dog. Here's a burlap sack with this little gold symbol on it. And he's like, yeah, I'm willing to help out. I guess you take this. I guess it might be a while before we finish the clown set. This at least helps us for that time being. No, it just means that instead of playing Tiny Rogues 3 nights a week, I just gotta do it 2 nights a week and actually freaking commit to playing other stuff. But it's so hard. So every time I want to, I'm like, oh man, I gotta set everything up. I don't got time. Really good at pixel art. That's a good skill to have. That's cool. Oh my god, there's just twisters in that corner. F that. There's twisters and poison. Wait, Smolders of Brimstone. Which one is that? Do you think that's going to be like the goblins that are the gray goblins that are T-posing? Ugh. Oh, this could be good. We're only going to be able to open one of them though, but we could go this way and just get 2 beef instead. It's just if we go this way, we can only open one, blow up the other, but that might give you your key back. But if we can finish the clown suit, bueno. Play Slay the Spire 2. That's a good game. I played Slay the Spire 1 for half of a run at my friend's house when Slay the Spire was originally released. That is how much time I've put into Slay the Spire 1. I've watched other people play the game a ton because I'm like, this is definitely game of the decade. Wait, Slay the Spire 1 release date. 2019? When did it go into beta then? I definitely didn't play it then. I can tell you the people in my life. it was impossible to be 2019. Based on where I played it, like the room that I played it in, I don't think would have existed in 2019. When did it enter beta? 1 second. $2017? I can believe that. 2017, I could see myself playing it then. Something in Brimstone, we got these little fire boys. No, the current docket is to play N64 games. I just got done playing through Mischief Makers, and now I'm trying to decide if it's worthy enough to like try to make a video out of it, but I'm really bad at actually creating videos. It's really easy to make like long playthroughs, but also long form content speaks to me more than short form. Or refined content, I should say. I just got 2 keys from that. Also, I just prefer long-term content for the terms of, like, forcing oneself to actually be, like, fully engaged for that amount of time. Or, like, softly engaged. Trails of Devilish Beast. I don't remember that one. Was Devilish Beast the Mario Hazards? It's the dogs. Dogs with ghost AI. Yeah, no, Mischief Makers is finally done. Kind of want to learn to speedrun it. I'd rather have that. You could do some selling here. You do have 1 extra key. What would you sell? 1, 2, 3, 4? 5, 6. Yep. Music's so good. See, which I wish, what I wish I had the gall to do would be like old console modding streams. Or watch you become a Wave Racer 64 speedrunner. Dude, Wave Racer 64 is actually another game that is in my closet. It was not a game I owned, but when my friend moved out of state, he gave me his whole collection, like after college. And he owned Wave Racer 64, and now I have Wave Racer 64. I'm like, holy shit, I don't know what to do with this amount of power. I have that and Pilot Wings 64. I think that's cool. But he also had Glover, and I have Glover, so I actually have 2 Glovers. I think that's crazy. I think owning 1 Glover is too much. Yeah, we played a ton of Wave Racer 64 as well. You ain't wrong. Oh, this music cranks. No, I've been having a lot of fun playing old 64 games. What I want to play tonight is, so I was either going to start figuring out the speedrun for Mischief Makers, but I think I got to do a lot more research. It's going to be weird to hop in. Oh, second arcade. I want to play Kirby 64 Crystal Shards. It's another one I have. Gluttonous Sins. That has to be those giant guys. Or is Gluttonous Sins the ones with the arms? I'm still waiting for those 2 techs I was talking about earlier. Just one of every set, huh? I'm willing to go deep on this. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a baleful giant hammer. Holy. That's fine, I don't even care. Double Glizzy? Guess I wanna go hammer. Oh, it's just the chonky boys. Gluttonous Sin. I never beat Pilot Wings. We always just like played it on and off as kids. We didn't really know what was going on. Because we're like, again, we were little tiny kids. You just kind of played and you're like, I have to land on circle? I have jetpack? What do? That's weird. I don't really like any of these. It's a hard game for kids. Yeah, it was freaking hard. You're like paragliding around. I'm like, I don't get what's going on. But again, I was a little kid. Like, when did Pilot Wings 64 get released? I could vaguely tell you how old I am. But like at the time, Pilot Wings 64 release date. 96? So I was like 6 or 7 years old. So my attention span was approximately 0. Wait, it was September 1996. So if we played it the year it got released, I was actually 5. Oh no. Oh no. I was 8, so you had a little bit more attention. You could like kind of figure out what was going on. Me, lost in the sauce. Am I over encumbered? No, good. All right, we're tanky, but our damage is buns. It's buns and a half. Yeah, there's a lot of absolute and utter heaters for the 64. There's so many games I played and just never beat. I never beat Perfect Dark. I remember renting it. Never beat it. I rented a lot of games as a kid. Just never beat most of them. Never beat Donkey Kong 64. Like even on like an any percent. Like I just didn't beat it. I like couldn't figure it out after a while. Like I got too lost as a kid. Trying to think what else. I never beat Glover. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's a problem, though. No, you were so right. Oh, it was the dash build. The dash build. No. I'm becoming a clown. Wait, it's called Circus Spotlight? I hope I never noticed those. I'm not taking this with because it's going to muddle my drops. Oh, I was supposed to sell my ice skates. Poop. It's pretty awesome. I kind of just want to go through my collection and actually just find some absolute and utter heaters. I own the really bad Superman game. That one I'm not proud of owning. That was just like, I was a kid and I was like, holy shit, Superman. Then I played it, I was like, I don't know what to do. I think I played it for a half hour, beat 0% of the game, and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There was one game my friend owned, and I'm pretty sure he gave it to me, because again, I just inherited his collection. But it was called Silicon Valley, and I remember that game being so unbelievably unique. God, I don't know the premise of it, I just know it was like a third-person view. You played like a little cyborg insect or something, and all the animals were also cyborgs, so as you defeated them, you could take over their cyborg body and then play the game as them. So you would like start and you'd fight one small creature into another bigger creature, and then the boss would be like a polar bear that had like a cannon for a nose. It was crazy. And you had to like solve puzzles by like getting into different creatures because everything was like a robot cyborg. Yeah, I think it was just called Silicon Valley for the 64. Silicon Valley. Oh, it's called Space Station Silicon Valley. I recommend just like watching a YouTube video of it because it's fucking weird. Again, everything's like a robot and you're playing like a little bug robot, and you would like slowly fight your way. Like each level would have only, you know, certain creatures in it, and you have to problem solve based on what you run into and this and that and blah 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 blah, you know? You know how it is. I don't really want to go this way, but it is stats. What's crazy about Silicon Valley is I've never met another person who knew what Silicon Valley, the game, was. I don't have a dash. That's why I just wish I was cool enough to just get like speedrun all of them once or twice just to increase my gaming CV, you know? So people are like, hey, what kind of games you kind of play? And I just like hand them my resume. I'm like, here's what I used to speedrun. I have, you know, I'm 57th in Super Mario RPG for the SNES. I should have been like 30 or 40th in Goof Troop for the SNES, but I never submitted my time for some reason because I'm an idiot. And they'll be like, Mischief Makers, here's my time. Silicon Valley, look at this. And they'll be like, whoa, you played Silicon Valley. This guy owns. This guy's crazy. Like, yep. Yes, sir. God, I'm sitting on all these like they're actually gonna make a difference. I would love to speedrun Ogre Battle 64 since it's like one of my favorite games of all time, but the speedrun is so unbelievably degenerate and has like so many crazy effing bugs. I'm like, I don't know if I'd be satisfied from this. I sense a fiendish presence ahead. These are all the ones I don't remember. Also, we're not gonna find out. Time to start speedrunning. I'll have the record show my, I'm on there somewhere. I wish I was capable of sharing my screen properly. If you go, okay, I'll talk through it. If you go to speedruns.com/tiny_rogues, and you go down, and if you go to patch, which patch was it? Patch 0.2.4. I'm number 3. I played Paladin on C16, got 2130. It's the only thing I ever sped run for this game. But everyone back then played Druid or Necromancer, and I played Paladin because I just wanted to have fun. Mistake! Don't do that. It was fun though. I loved what Paladin used to be. I'm 3rd out of 4, so don't get it too twisted. What was crazy is I was the first person to post my time, so it said I had the world record for, it was called C16 Final Boss Glitchless on that patch. And then I remember like 1 week later, speedruns.com sends you an automated email if you lose a world record. They're like, your world record has been beat. I'm like, no shit, it got beat. It got beat by 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm aware. Of course it's gonna get beat. It's buns. I keep using this, might as well enchant it. I'm banking on this being the thing that gives us 100 gold. Yeah, that's why they're like, dude, your world record. I'm like, I'm the only record. Nobody has submitted a time. I was the first. Stop getting it twisted. Oh. Whoa. That guy got within like punching range of me and damn it, Turbo died. Yeah, my time was not good, but it was really fun. Because it was on hit Paladin. I think Aura Druid and Aura Necromancer was the best. Because you could do some, you could like just keep trying to get really good companions at the start and go like just crazy. So you'd have auras and a bunch of companions on Druid. I don't really want this. I also like don't want any of these. I haven't used Super Jump once. I'll have the record show my Super Mario RPG record still holds, and that is being like 57th. I gotta double check. I don't want to lie. My bad, it's 56, 56, 56. I'm ranked 56 in Super Mario RPG. I have 3 minute 23 minutes 27 seconds. Or yeah, 3 hours 23 27. Yeah, no big deal. Just 57th. There's like 100 up, so it makes me feel a little bit better. That game is freaking hard though. It's very brave to say, but I'm gonna say Super Mario RPG speedrunning is harder than fighting rogues. After playing that, slithering in the dark. What does that mean? Like, post on website would be rare. I know. It's like cool that it has interactions with like some traits, I guess, and like some weapons. I don't know. This is huge. Slithering in the dark is Medusa. More like Goomba Stomp. More like didn't do any damage. That looked like when Medusa had got colded. This was spinning less fast. Never seen that. Dude, we need gas and we need it now. explosive force. There it is. Just with a different, thinking that like it's all just the same. But isn't life all just the same? Maybe Tiny Rogue is just a philosophical game, you know? It's the mental journey. It's the people you talk to along the way. It's the shop that I'm about to buy everything at. Traces of a rampaging beast. Third instance of rampaging beast. Minotaur with 2 axes. Show me Minotaur with 2 axes. Survey says. Minotaur with 2 axes. 100 points. Jeez, man. Can you not attack the entire room? Where do I go? What do I do? Okay, we're gonna destroy our health, but it's gonna look sick. Crap. I don't think we have any elemental anything. Okay, well now you're kind of telling me to use Pan Flute. Ooh, silly Billy. Well, just like spread it around and then just start blasting. So the reason I'm using Harp is because we did take Cheap Shot. So if we can just get vulnerability on everybody and then Cheap Shot, it's like so much mult, you can probably just win. I would love if that was a different reward. What am I fighting? Oh, it was the other side. What am I doing? What are you doing? Don't need a charm, but don't have a choice. This might get really bad. Plague might go off at a really bad time here. If Plague goes off early, we're jumping in the air. Oh, alright. The Fiend Hunter. Kind of a cool interaction with Path of Vengeance, because you're probably fighting a lot of fiends. Not too big on most of these though. I think they're getting thrown on the ground. Yeah, what are some other really banger N64 games? It's like, when people think of the N64, what is like the top 10? Like for me, I think of like Ocarina of Time, feels great. Game feels amazing. Paper Mario. Then after that it gets a little weird. I'm instantly into Ogre Battle 64. And like Kirby, I think Kirby Crystal Shard is supposed to be considered a banger. I remember everyone talking about it and I remember having positive experiences with it as a kid. It'd be kind of cool just to go through all the bangers while I'm waiting around. Something's in the darkness. Dude, Pokemon Snap? I forgot. Pokemon Snap kind of owned. That was really revolutionary for the time. I remember buying it and being like, I don't know what's going on. And then you're just like going along the beach and you're just like taking pictures of Pokemon. You're also putting me in the mindset of what it was like to just be playing Pokemon during Gen 1 as a kid. I think if I played Gen 1 now, I'd be like, there's not that many mechanics going on. What are we doing? But as a kid, I was like, holy. I remember my Raticate was my carry. I was like what was it? Was it Bug Catcher Joey or something from the beginning of the game where he's like, my Rattata's in the top quartile. I was like, dude, my Raticate feels like the top quartile. But as a kid, you don't know any better. You're just like, dude, I love this guy. Look at him. It's a gerbil that kills people. I love this. This is sick. Mario Kart. Mario Kart's a banger. I actually played that recently. Oh, you want to hear something funny? 1 second. I have my whole console set up. Oof. Oh! Tell me that isn't... enough nostalgia before I faint. Put my controller down. Welcome to Mario Kart. Oh yeah, I played it. Yeah, oh baby, yeah, it feels good. I played through it recently, had a lot of fun. And by played through it, I mean I just did the first Grand Prix on 150. Picked Bowser. Did my Moo Moo Ranch. Did my Luigi's. What's Luigi's map called? It's like the first one in the entire game. It's like Luigi's course. It's just the most generic looking thing. It has that crap. What is that? It has that little hot air balloon with the special power-up if you get really lucky. Welcome to Mario Kart. Attack speed affects your tick speed. For what? This? It's kind of crazy. You gave me Harmony. It would just be adding a little bit damage to Harp. It does more than... No, I think Like Clockwork actually does the most. Okay, well, you're in a safe space because I think Mario Kart Double Dash is the best one in the series. So that might also be a brave and controversial take. I love Double Dash. I'm playing Mario Kart like 8 with like friends every once in a while, and I'm like, man, this isn't Double Dash. The only upside is I get to play as Paulina, or what's her name, the one from Odyssey. That's the only upside. Besides that, I'm like, man, I really wish I could just be like 2 guys in a cart, and then we could have different power-ups based on who's the one in the back at the time. So you can like mix and match. Okay, I think they are predetermined. We got Fiendish Beasts again. I'm not doing this. Perish. Yeah, I played a ton of Double Dash with my friends growing up. Well, because you got to have 2 people in one cart. What's like... You just get to play with the boys. I don't know. I'm overly nostalgic. It's a speedrunning slash nostalgia year. Get over it. You know, what are some other banger 64 games? Because I probably own them, because I have like 2 collections worth of N64 games in storage. Half in my closet. Good chance I have it. Gluttonous Sins. Is Gluttonous Sins the big dudes? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I haven't been really using Taunt very often. Ha! I should be able to combine my Topaz and my Ruby. I'm just saying. Like punching my boy off the ledge? Hell yeah. I forgot you could kind of influence the game from the back too. Gosh. Oh, what'd they say? Something Decay Reeks there. I don't know that one. it's you. Frickin' Frankenstein. Oh, he missed me. Alright, it's possible to screw up this reward. So if you stand in the middle here and drink once, the game will go, oh, you're missing one. Everything in range that you can pick up will come flying at you. And you will pick up 2 and only recover 1. So you either have to do it one at a time, or use both. Yeah. Dude, I need a better weapon. My stats are sick, but I'm a psycho. Is GoldenEye considered one of the Glory games? I'm only saying it was highly influential, but if I play it now, I don't think it's as satisfying. I also only say that because before I started streaming today, I also I played the damn level just for lulz, so I was really late. So I was like, I wonder how good this was, and I was like, holy crap. This is really hard to control. This game is running at 5 frames a second, but boy howdy does it feel so good. I know the speedruns for that game, you're just like staring at the ground to get better FPS. That cracks me up. You could use this one hand. Oh, nice. If you want to drop this, you could. Oh, you want to be invulnerable too. I don't. Just trying to find like a good weapon or something. Something to be proud of. Like, right at me. Until we get our other evade back. Slithering in the dark. Is slithering in the dark Medusa heads? Yes, sir. Okay, I'm gonna say they're predetermined. With like 80% accuracy. The statement is not 100% true yet. We need to prove some of them from earlier. Damn, that's really good too. That might be better than what we have. This thing is so strong. This thing is dirty. That's dirty too. I was keeping this in the off chance you got pluses on it, but I don't think we're gonna get pluses on it. We need to get rid of Cheap Shot. Hint of Iron in the Air. That's the one we were trying to prove. Hint of Iron in the Air is double Zubat. Keep instability. I'll try this. Zubats. Zubats. Ain't hitting hard, are we? You telling me my lethal damage was all of my damage? My lethal taunt damage? Something is in the darkness. I don't remember that one. Yo. Sure. That's awesome. Oh. Just run out of juice. I don't know how people do it, man. I don't know how people game so hard. Sir? Yo, Bomberman 64. That's another one. I remember playing that with my buddies all the time. Mario Party. That ruined a lot of good joysticks. A lot of joysticks were ruined. Like half the game, okay, I'm exaggerating, but like half the games in the original Mario parties were like, put hand on joystick, spin it. And you're like, well, the best way to do that would be to put my palm on it and spin it. So you like, I'm holding an N64 controller right now. It'd be like this. It'd be like, it was like reel in the fish. Crushes your controller into fucking oblivion. I never played the one for this SNES. Probably should. Oh, we should actually just run up. Dude, it didn't move down because I didn't move my guy's higher. Frick. Because this room would let us be able to swap weapons. That was an expensive lobster. I'm keeping this as if I'm going to use it. I feel like this is going to be my build, even though this thing cranks. Could maybe buy one of these. This is for monster mushrooms. This feels like a pointless item to buy, but it's pretty good for monster mash. That's the only time I like it. Do you want to buy this, quotation marks, storm in a bottle? Is it not a storm in a bottle? Adding quotation marks to it normally mean it's not what it is. And then adding under quotes to something means it's really not what it is. I'm waiting for attack opportunity. Last level up has to be a bang. My bad. You could just take chill aura, you just have no power. It hits hard. How could this happen to me? Definitely roll something. N64 game I've actually been thinking about. The thing is, like, I can't really play it by myself, or it probably is not ideal. Because there's been a, I need to die. A ROM hack for Smash 64 called Smash Remix, and it, like, tripled the number of characters but kept the mechanics the same, and it looks freaking awesome. Smash 64 is so effing brutal. And the other, in Melee, the mechanic, you know, the L canceling mechanic is like you hit L, R, Z, like right before you hit the ground while an aerial is active, and it like, you know, like cuts your landing leg in half. But in that game, your landing leg goes to 0. So if you hit somebody with an aerial and then land really fast, you have no downtime and you're immediately just gapping, like you're just in their shit. So when you triple the characters and you keep the mechanics the same, it gets disgusting really fast. Wow, this is actually a dash build. So I've watched tournaments for it and it looks really good. You have, you know, they kept the spirit of what the game looks like alive, and they added more like balanced levels. Because competitive Smash 64 is really only played on Dreamland. Like, that's it. Feels like a good pickup. I don't have poison. It's cool that it gets buffed by this, though. But, you know, you got Mewtwo, you got Marth. I think Roy's in it, too. Wolf. What gets me, also, Marina from Mischief Makers is in it. Oh, don't even get me started. I just got done playing Mischief Makers. I want to load it up just to play Mischief Maker. Marina from Mischief Maker. This feels better, but this thing's been kind of owning. You could just take this and replace this, but this is just like good room clear. Because the mechanics of Smash 64 are pretty freaking awesome. The game feels solid. Sound design awesome. Movement feels good, but you know, there's not that many characters, not that many levels. But now if you got the levels. This is bad, huh? Doesn't help that it's Guardian. I have no idea where the Guardian is. There it is. There it is. That's why I'm not hitting the totems over there, because they're Guardian totems and they're just gonna come back somewhere else. At least they're far away from me and they're mostly not. Like, they're not doing too much. Like, if the ice ones are pointed at the wall, up or down, they're not going to interact with me. They're only going to interact. They're only going to interact with me if they're pointed to the right. So I realized I could have used the bottle here. I just don't think I was in that much danger. I'm more scared of 411 and 12 rooms of Monster Mash as I am of this. Dumb stuff happens on 411 and 12 Monster Mashes. Like, sometimes people are like splitting into other copies and stuff. Like, what is going on? So then, like, if you take too long in a room, there's just a ton of dudes. Jump in. I kind of like the better in the dexterity one, because we're kind of like soft capped on some things, and the power makes us bigger. The air reeks of decay. Mr. Zombie. I think I'm going to do Zero Run. I feel like I've been fighting for my life, because I can't fully utilize most of my anything. Good at killing bosses, though. Traces of a rampaging beast. Survey says it's a giant minotaur with 2 axes. I'm sorry, that guy should have hit me. Just saying. Yeah, give me a better weapon. Screw this. I'm worth it. My bad, I'm not. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. That's my boo. It's funny. Oh my gosh, you know what N64 game we didn't even consider is like the numero uno 64 game. It's just Mario 64. The ultimate. The game to end all games. As I consider it a controversial gaming take now because the controls of the game are kind of terrifying in the sense like it's just hard. Like a lot of the difficulty of the game is the controls. I don't know, it seems cool though. I like it. I like that how heavy Mario feels in that game. Yeah, we got hit like 5 times on that floor. This is crazy. Do not have Tailwind. I do have Frostbite. That interacts with this. This seems better. You give up AoE clear, but you gain a lot of AoE clear from this. Enter the Shadow Plane. It'd be a crazy take here. Mario games went downhill and they switched to 2D. That's not crazy. I also have heard the, like, you just reminded me of why it's not a crazy take is, I had a discussion with some friends, this was many years ago, where it was like, the best 2D games feel better and, like, overall have a better vibe than when we made the switch to 3D, because the 2D games were at the peak of 2D and then we switched over to 3D and now those are just like the worst of the 3Ds. So when you look back on that like 1 to 2 year period where both those types of games were out, you're probably gonna remember the 2D ones being way better and holding up the test of time, because those were the best of the 2Ds. Because I look back and I'm like, dude, Super Mario World freaking owned. I still play that game when my friend comes and visits. It's so good. Every time one of my friends comes and visits, the way we keep in touch with each other is I show up with a CRT and a Super Nintendo when he's back in town, and we play through Super Mario World and just catch up. It's just a blast. Oh shit, we can still get rewards up here. So I've definitely played through Super Mario World significantly more than I've played through Mario 64, even though I think Mario 64 is still a pretty good game. I played through Super Mario World in the last 10 years, not even like as a kid, in the last 10 years, probably like 10 to 15 times. Number of times I've done Mario 64 in the last 10 years, 0. I like deck builders, that's fair. Like deck building, oh shit, this is a hard room. Deck building RTS, or the RTSs, I'm crazy. Let's say deck building road lights, or like deck builders as in like TCG. I'm vaguely aware of each. I just like to know what else is out there. Because when it comes to deck building roguelites, I can, like, off the top of my head, I can think of like 2. What is this wrong? I have taunt, and it's just really hard to get taunt in on these guys. I know the next floor is gonna be a lot easier. That's huge. That's huge, huge, huge. Because you could give up, like... What else we got? Ooh, lots of repeats. I just didn't think I was using this much, but now, like, I thought I had bad traits, but the more I think about it, it's like, when this goes off, the tick rate of this goes up to 7.15. Slay the Spire is one of the best games ever. It's pretty freaking good. But I'm also... Again, I haven't played much Slay the Spire, but everyone I've watched play it and have told me about it, and explained to me the mechanics, I was like, dang, that does get crazy. No, I played a lot of Magic a long time ago. I played a lot of Standard during Zendikar Scars of Mirrodin, and then Scars of Mirrodin Innistrad, and then Innistrad / Return to Ravnica is when I stopped. But I don't have a commander deck. Just kind of exists now. I love Standard when it was a little slower. What is this room? Vintage Cube? Really? That's cool. I think I have a friend who's like... Because isn't every once in a while on MTGO, there's like a Vintage Cube? Because I feel like my friend told me about it. He's like, it's super fun to build like just disgusting interactions. My friend has a cube that we probably play like once a year too. It's like more reasonable power level. Oh, Arena has a cube too? I know so little about Arena. I know so little. MTGO I like vaguely know because I have loaded it up once before, but Arena... I just don't. I don't know anything about it. I've always wanted to build a commander deck. But now I know there's like a million cards that all, like, they're all different named cards, but they all do something kind of similar, so you can build like oddly consistent decks. I remember when I made a commander deck back during... it's probably like Innistrad, Ravnica, or Scars, Innistrad. It was literally just like leftover cards I had lying around. And it's really slow, but it's really fun. Like, it was really slow, because our card quality was awful. That was like the last time I really played it. My commander was Dralnu the Lich Lord. I think by nowadays standard, that's like a death sentence to use it as your commander. Because he's like, what is he? Is he like a 3/3 for like, I forgot how much he casts for. But it's like tap, give something in your graveyard, sorcery or instant in your graveyard flashback for its mana cost. And if he takes damage, prevent that damage and sack that many permanents. So if someone's just like, Blasphemous Act, you're like, well, I guess I sack 13 of my lands. And then everyone goes, ah, that sucks, man. Anyway. That was just like when Blasphemous Act was just coming out, so you didn't really, no one was running it. Now I'm like, oh god, oh god. They're playing red, it's over. I'm going to the no zone. Oh shit, this is so awesome. I couldn't even attack for a little bit there. I love dodging this phase. It doesn't look like much, but sometimes you get out really far and then you get to like run in a little bit to like create a little more space. And it's that like in and out that makes it fun. Well, we got you here. We got you. That's really good. That's not. That could be good. I just would rather have 100% taunt versus another effect, but it is benefiting by tick speed, so it gets really low. So if you did find the clown boots, you could maybe consider this for boss, this for room clear, but you need the clown shoes so you can keep the set. I remember MTGO had some other interesting formats. Is it Momir Vig? Or what's the name of that one? I remember that one being crazy, where it was like, pay X mana, discard a card, and get a random creature of that CMC, of how many mana you put in. I remember weird stuff like that. Our damage is not good. We're at 114 minutes in. It's not... we're very tanky, but our damage is not good. Just in person? That's dope. That's even better. I can't do this road. I don't know what's going on, man. The aura at least hits them when you're up there. Do I have 2 stacks of this now? No, I have 1. Oh, thank God. Whew. Yeah, I don't know a lot about like the in-person formats. Like, is Modern still played, or is it maybe based on the store that what gets played the most? Maybe it's Standard. You could tell me anything, I'd probably believe it, because I'm so out of touch. I'm just aware of what the formats are, not aware of what's good in them. I just know the cards are faster than they used to be. That's all I'm aware of. Back in my day, on turn 2, I would cast a Wall of Omens. It was a 0/4, and it would draw me a card on entering the field. And we were excited about it. I know people grade Pokemon cards all the time. I've always wanted to get graded cards of like what used to be in my decks growing up. The problem is everything I use in my deck is just complete dog water now. Like they're worth, even like a 10 graded would be worth like half to a third the price of how much it would cost just to get the card sent in to be graded. So you're losing money by doing it, but I just want to have stuff to put on my wall that reminds me of when I used to play. I think that's fun. That's crazy you're in Minnesota, because I'm also in Minnesota. Which should be, I guess, should be apparent by my elongation of all my vowels. Having almost a Canadian accent at times when I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I'm vaguely aware of southern Minnesota. I have to travel to southern Minnesota, like right down by the Iowa border for work, probably once every couple months. Then I pass through Mankato on the way, which I know has a lot of card stores. And by that I mean I think they have like 1 or 2? 0 maybe? I don't know. I know I passed some towns that are actually cities. We never use this. Ha! I didn't need to use it. Too good. I'm too good for this. Yo, do those card shops host Smash tournaments? I used to travel a lot to like southern and northern Minnesota for Smash tournaments because like small card stores would put on these tournaments, but they wouldn't really advertise them too much, so you wouldn't get many people from like the metro area. So I would travel out to them, and that was fun because there would be not that many people there, and they weren't expecting people from the metro. Oh, we did? My bad. Sorry. My bad. Lots happened in a year. Like I was saying earlier, like a year passes and it feels weird. In the last year, you know, I've moved, done a bunch of other stuff. I feel like I shouldn't be outside of this guy's safe circle. Our damage is so low that I'm just not used to being in this phase on first health bar. What, do you go to this corner? Holy shit, you still go to this corner. Yo, what's up, Panda? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna play me some N64, but I'm still gonna be here. I'm starting up, I was either gonna start speedrunning Mischief Makers, or I was going to play Kirby Crystal Shards. Because I look forward all week to playing N64, and the only time I have is Friday night. Oh, dude, I'm not doing this phase. Are you kidding me? It's scary, dude. You're shooting lasers. I've been really wanting to get back into Smash tournaments. I should probably ask some of my old buddy. Oh, I thought they had screens. Idea of the time? Yeah. Forgot to use this again. My bad. Yeah, it was a good run. I had a lot of good conversations too. Our damage was just ass. Like, I was wondering, like, should we have switched this out? It's just lethal does a lot of damage. This wasn't getting much use because I was never really stopping. It was good on room clears. It wasn't good on boss clears. Pushing through. It's 24. It's not bad. Like, 24 is a good bit of, like, 3 different styles. Electric City. Did I even have electricity? No? Yeah, it's a little late. I started late too. That's not bad. Not bad. Get me out of this run. That was a little long.